How do I feel in my relationship? And what are relationships here to teach us? And I have talked about this. Maybe you'll hear something new today, because I would like to offer that most people, I think, feel stressed by their romantic relationships. And I can remember early in my marriage, I always felt like there was something we needed to work on. I always felt like that, I would say, are we doing good? Do you think we make a good, I'm asking all these questions really because I was trying to figure it out. And I guess the reason I was trying to figure it out is because there were things that I didn't feel good about, but I wasn't quite sure what those things were. And let's face it, okay? And I've talked about the movie industry before, right? They've made relationships look amazing. Like they're all feel good. They're the way to happiness, right? But the truth is it's not true, right? Relationships are here for our growth, okay? If you want to be somebody who doesn't get triggered very often, you can go be by yourself, meditate often, and live in a world of isolation, right? But I feel as though we are here to learn how to have a relationship with ourselves, how to have a romantic relationship, how to have healthy relationships with our children, with our family members, with our coworkers, and all of this be a lot less codependent than we have learned or experienced it to be. The movie industry, I should be careful with what I'm saying, but the movie industry has really shown us this unrealistic side of relationships. It's a codependent side of relationships, right? It's you complete me. And there is nobody in this world that is going to complete you or me besides ourselves, right? And that's the first and the most important relationship that we can have, is the relationship between myself and me. So I guess I want to, say to you, if you're worried, if you're in a relationship right now and you have concerns and you have worries, take a deep breath, okay? Let's look at this a little bit differently. If we know now that we're not in relationships so that the other person can make me happy, so that the other person can complete me, so that the other person can make my life amazing and wonderful, because I feel like in a way, we've been taught to keep chasing after that relationship dream, whatever that is, right? Your relationship is here to teach you. It is here to help us grow, okay? If you want to get triggered, get into a relationship. If you want to grow, get into a relationship, because relationships are, we talk about vibration. So I'm a certain vibration. I'm going to attract a certain vibration to me, right? Some of it's good or feeling good. Some of it's not feeling good. We don't really know this, but it's feeling good in the beginning. We get into the relationship and all of a sudden, the fantasy side of things typically starts to die down. And what's left often can be a lot of finger pointing. Why aren't you making me happy? Why aren't you doing this anymore? You're doing this, you're doing that. And the focus becomes outside of myself, outside of ourselves, and more on the other person. But if we can just, take a deep breath and understand that the work is for us, okay? When we get triggered by a partner, it's time for us to go inside of ourselves, okay? And ask ourselves, why is it that I'm getting triggered, okay? Sometimes, and these are helpful perspectives, right? These are the idea of this video for you guys was really from me to say, hey, relax, okay? No matter what relationship you're going to be in, I think it's here for growth. I don't think we get to a place in our lives where we can just, ride off into the sunset together and the growing stops, right? Because we're humans and we grow. And if we don't grow, we kind of die. So I feel like this is part of the gig, okay? When we have kids, when we have children, children start to expose what was there all along, but you might only be feeling it now, right? So when we have a child who has some medical issues, or we have children who have whatever the issues are, if the child is having issues, I'm feeling stressed about that, inevitably, I'm going to feel stressed probably with my partner, because you know what? We don't all look at things the same way. And that's actually a wonderful thing, but it causes us to be uncomfortable when we realize we might be at odds, or we don't look at it the same way. And now we have a power struggle, because I'm trying to prove to you the way to look at it. So you can see how things that happen in life, with our kids, with the world, circumstances, it sets us up for massive growth opportunity. But if you're somebody who is single and you're watching this, please don't believe that you're going to find a mate or a partner who's going to complete you and is going to do your life for you, okay? It's our job to learn how to do those things and allow our partner to be more of like it's like we're learning. Our partner helps us by showing us things about ourselves that are uncomfortable, but we think it's them. So if we can kind of turn that around and realize that it's not really my partner who's doing this to me. My partner is actually just kind of shedding light on what is going on inside of me. And then that's my responsibility to find out, why does it bother me? What's going on with me, right? So just to recap here, okay? Take a deep breath and realize that the purpose of relationships is for our growth, okay? When we get triggered, take note, go inside of yourself, ask yourself, why am I getting triggered, okay? We can ask ourselves other things like, what am I telling myself, right? What am I telling myself in that moment? Because when we get angry and our ego or a wounded child gets triggered, it makes us inevitably quickly lash out. So it's taking a beat, what's going on, and realizing that we have the power actually to make it better with ourselves, right? And, check yourself too with the power struggles with your partner. Remember, the way that we've learned is when we get annoyed with somebody is it's their fault, right? It's their problem to fix. It's really the opposite. If you get upset, it's all about you. It's your problem, and it's your job to fix it, okay? So that's it. I hope this was helpful. I will see you next time. Thanks so much.